Nancy wanted to help Oliver by meeting Rose, but that night Fagin was in her house.
I'm going out for a walk.
No, you are not my girl. You are staying here.
I'm not feeling well and I want some air.
So put your face out of the window.
Fagin was suspicious of Nancy's strange behavior, so told the artful Dodger to follow her when she went out. The following Sunday, Nancy met Rose and Mr. Brownlow while the artful Dodger was listening, eavesdropping.
I don't know why, but I'm beaten tonight. I have gone a bad feel.
We must find Musk to discover who Oliver really is. If we can't find him, we must tell the police about Fagin.
No, he's a bad person. He was kind to me and the boys who work for him.
So if you help me find monks, we don't need the police intervention.
Do you promise me monks will never find me?
Yes, I promise.
Nancy started describing monks and gave them the public house where monks went. It seems that Mr. Brownlow already knew monks. The artful Dodger ran to Fagin and told him everything. The next morning in Fagin's house,
if one of you, me or Charlie or Dodger, betray you, what will you do?
I will kill him.
the artful Dodger told Sykes everything he heard the night before. After that, angrily, he ran home.
Bill, what's the matter?
You know, the artful Dodger saw you last night. You betrayed us and you will pay.
Hardly, Sykes hit Nancy. While she was begging him, he hit her again and she died. Sykes would escape to France after receiving some money from Fagin. The following evening, in the public house,
You, sir, have a lot to tell me, and you must tell me the truth. If you don't, you will go to prison.
What do you want from me?
I want you to confess. I already know everything about your little brother and your parents. I know your parents separated and then your father knew a girl called Agnes and wanted to marry her. They were waiting for a baby. Before your father went to Rome to collect some money, and before dying, he gave a painting of Agnes and told me he wanted to separate that money between you and your mother and Agnes and their child. When Oliver recovered at my house, I noticed immediately he was the same as the painting I had Agnes painting.
You can't prove anything against me. You can't be sure Oliver is my half-brother.
No, now I know everything. Now Nancy is dead, and you are responsible for that.
No, I know nothing of that.
The police know who murdered Nancy. They must catch Fagin too.
Help us, or you will be arrested too.
Monks told them everything about Fagin and Oliver's identity. He promised to give him his inheritance from his father. Later, the police took Fagin and all the thieves were in danger. An angry crowd of people were walking towards Fagin's house to punish Sykes.
I will jump down and escape by the river.
On the roof, Sykes lost his balance and fell from it. He died immediately. 2 days later, at Mr. Brownlow's house, Oliver met his half-brother Monks. He knew the truth about his parents and the will his father had left him.
When Agnes' family discovered she was pregnant, she ran away to hide her disgrace. When Agnes' father died, her younger sister was alone, living in the streets. Mrs. Maylie took her and looked for her. Rose is your real aunt.
Oliver was very excited to have a real family. Rose and Harry Maylie married and lived with Mrs. Maylie in a quiet village. Monks went to Africa. He returned to the life of crime and died in prison. The Artful Dodger started a new career as an informer for the police. Mr. Brownlow adopted Oliver and moved to a house near his aunt. For the first time, Oliver's future looked safe and happy.